Hey there, at the farm on 27. I'm just showing you Highway 27 right now. It's good and bad. I'm here at the busiest time of day because it's 5:30, and you know, if you hear stuff going by, it's because of that. Otherwise, I mean, this is about as you know how it goes. Anyway, there's the front gate. There's been a few more cars in the last like 5 minutes come by, but like I said, this is it. It's beautiful today too. Beautiful. There's a car. You can't hear anything in the house, in the barn, at the paddocks or anything, so that's good. Here's from the front. Here's the drive-in. That's one of the paddocks right there. We'll come back out when I'm done on the inside. Look at these beautiful trees. This one here is lovely. All right. Walk up to the front. There is a new roof on this and a new AC. You can see down that ways towards the barn and more paddocks that way. There's a beautiful part. There's an equine hospital next door, and that's part of their property, and it's beautiful as well. All right, going in the front door. There's a little closet right there. She didn't open it for me, so I'm gonna respect that, but it's just a little coat closet. A big, spacious living area. If I had one complaint about this house is I think that you can smell the cats because of the carpet. Because if it was hard floor, you wouldn't smell anything, I don't think. And it's lovely in here, and it's not like she's a dirty person, but anyway, you know, animals. All right. Living area goes into the dining area and into the kitchen. This kitchen has a huge island, and there's two sinks because there's the regular sink at the window, and then there's the second sink in the island. There's a walk-in pantry. We'll go in that in a minute. The spare bedrooms are down this hallway, and the master is there. We'll start over here. We'll go into the master bedroom. It's huge. It's very big, and she's got, you know, big, chunky furniture, so, and there's room for all the kinds of pieces and a chase lounge. Another dresser over there. There's a little fireplace, portable fireplace there. The bathrooms are large also. Here's the master bath. It's got a little vanity area. That's what I smell. It's light, it's slight, but that's probably my only complaint. Double vanity, soaking tub, and a walk-in shower. There's your toilet. Here is the closet. It's pretty big. It goes back a ways. It doesn't have any, you know, hangers on this side, but funny little thing right here. This is a laundry chute because through that door is the laundry room. So you can just drop that's where you put your dirty clothes, I guess. And you can just, when you're ready to do laundry, you go into the laundry room and go through that, pass through there, and there you are. Coming back this way, here's the living space coming from this direction. Here's the dining room. I like that wine rack. Take a look at the kitchen. This island is huge. You could put 5 bar stools because they've got 4 nicely spaced and they're wide, but this is a big island. There's fairly new appliances. They're all stainless. double door fridge, stove. This is the pantry, which I do love a walk-in pantry, and it's pretty deep, and it does have shelving all across both sides, and a window. Sink, you've got your sink at the window. You can look out at the barn there. There's the laundry room. We'll peek at that when we're on our way out. And here's the 3 spare bedrooms. Here's the guest bath. It also has a little vanity and double sinks. And it's neat because it kind of winds its way back this way, like it zigzags. It's kind of cool. There's a tub shower combo in this one. There's a little open space right here. You could put bookshelves, you could put a desk, you could put a number of things here, a chair and a lamp. This is the first spare bedroom. They're pretty standard. I don't know if this was walk-in or not. No, standard closet. It's the size of a normal bifold closet. It just has a door instead. No fan. Second spare bedroom. He's a musician. He's actually at our Riley Center right now at symphony practice. He's got lots of instruments and such in here. Can't go in that closet. He's got a bunch of instruments there against the door, but that's okay. And here's the third spare bedroom. Now, it is her office, but it also is housing, this is where she's storing all her packing boxes as she accumulates them, and just has been putting them in here just to keep them to one, mitigated to one space so that they're not all over the house. Same closet as that other one that we peeked into. Okay, we'll go out. This is a sizable little space right here. This is in the living room. You know what? We're going to go out the back door instead. But walking in the front door, this little area right here is big. It's very spacious. This is a laundry room / mud room. So you've got, your hall tree here where you've got hangers and places that some people put their shoes down there and, hang backpacks or hats or whatnot. And then, of course, you've got your laundry area. There's that door that's the laundry pass-through from the master bathroom. So she's got a chest freezer there, so that's nice. There's plenty of room. You could put an extra fridge there. Lots of options. This door goes out to the back porch. It's very big. Very big back porch. Needs to be cleaned, but otherwise it looks great. Got a swing hanging. Here's what it looks like from the porch. That tree right there is pretty too. Those long branches with the ferns on them. Anyway, there's your barn. But that's how big the back porch is. It's really lovely. All right, we'll head down here. This shed right here is bigger than it looked online. So we'll start in here. Luckily the roof is metal, so that stuff growing, you could leave it or you could pull it off, but at least it's not shingle. This is a nice big shed. It's got a shelf there for like a work space. You could also, there could be storage up here too, like plywood could be put up there, and you could put more stuff up there if you wanted. But tractors, hay, I mean, just whatever you wanted could go in here. A car could fit in here. I mean, it's, you know, and it's got a concrete ramp coming up, so, and these doors slide pretty good. So, okay. I'm going to show you what could be more, you know, I'm obviously, when I'm looking at these properties for you, I'm thinking what are the usable spaces for paddock, because this here definitely would be more paddock space. It's just not, she doesn't need it, and you can see where she's been coming around. Her business is a carriage. She has a carriage business. I'll show it to you in a minute. It's in the barn. Anyway, this could be fenced off for more paddock. Also, this right here, which wasn't really viewable online to me, but it's a small paddock that they don't use, so it just needs to be bush hogged or cleared out. And you could, you know, just use the little paddock, or just fence more and just make all of this, you know, another big paddock. I mean, you can see how you can see that the fences in here, and then you get to a place where you can see. So, you can see the fence there, and it goes back to the back fence and around, and if you just continued the fencing and went up and that way and connected to the fence over there, you'd have another big paddock. Anyway, so here's the barn. We'll go up here. This is where she keeps her shavings. So here she is. You can get into the tack room workshop that way, or the other end as well. There's her carriage. She does weddings and birthdays and funerals and all that. Isn't that cute? Anyway, big center aisle, concrete. So that's nice. There's 3 big 12 by 12 stalls here. They all have someone in them. Hi. She just put fresh, she just redid the bottom and put fresh shavings. The bottom of this is not concrete, but there is new mats down there. There's new mats in each of the stalls. So she just redid all that. Again, here's what it looks like. There's storage up there. Here's the second stall. There's outlets over every stall. Here's the showstopper. This is the carriage horse, and he is enormous. Hi, friend. Look at his feet. He is huge. He's way taller than me at the neck and the shoulder, and the shoulder for that matter. Anyway, all right. Here's a wash area, and then, you know, honestly, I mean, suppose you could make a stall here and then just go to the wash area, just go around. There definitely is room in here for stall. There's definitely room for a stall if you wanted to keep half of it as tack and the other half as a stall, because it's about 12 by 12 if you cut it in half. It does have an air conditioner that has, you know, it's got a thermostat on it. It was running when I first got here and took my first initial walk around, and it was nice and cool, so that's nice, you know, Florida with all of your tack, just keeping it air conditioned. But it's a huge space, kind of, obviously she doesn't even use it all. The agent said that a few people have come in here and said that, oh, I'd make this another stall, and keep one side of it for tack and whatnot, and make the other side a stall. There was also one of the people that said that, gentleman, she said that he suggested that on this end, that he would just come off this end and make 2 more stalls on each, you know, come off this end of the roof and do another stall here and another stall here. You'd have to fill a little bit, but it's a simple truss package and roof line, and you could just, you know, put another one, easily come off that and make a couple more stalls if you wanted to do it that way. So there is the barn. Like I said, there's her wash area there. All right, there's that kind of wooded paddock. Here is the big paddock. It's large. Corner over there, around, and there's street side. There's another gate on that end as well, which is nice. Past that fence is a little retention pond. So this is where your paddock stops. So that's why they call it flood zone. It's just a retention pond, which is fine. It's just that, you know, it would be kind of cool if you could use that space for paddock, but it was mandated a small retention pond. So you're not going to flood, that's for sure. Not that you would. This house is high and dry, so is this here. But okay, there was one other place I was looking at for additional paddock if you needed it. This space right here, I know it's got an incline because that's where the drain field is. So you can't drive your trailer. Now, she drives her trailer up to here, and she comes all the way back to the barn. She just doesn't, you know, she just doesn't drive on this part right here. She takes her path. You can see her path all the way back. But if you fenced, you know, here, you know, over, you know, on the other side of that horse trailer to that corner fence right there, this could be another one. She lets her big carriage horse run around in here. This is his stomping ground apparently, so that's another thought. And then we have one more paddock up here. So there's another paddock up front. It's nice, very usable, lovely. Here's your gate over there. Here's a kind of a look from over here. There's your barn and the paddock there. And then, like I said, there's some other spots. There's another possibility for, you know, another big paddock behind that barn. Even if you didn't want to use this as paddock, the space behind the shed over to behind the barn, and then you include that area that's got a little bit of wooded that just needs to, the underbrush needs to be cleaned out. That could be another good sized paddock. So anyway, possibilities. All right, there's someone else here to see it, so I am going to take off. But I will talk to you soon. Thanks.